Howdy. Welcome to our Rebuilding Hollers, Come Hell or High Waters podcast. My name is Stephanie Johnson, and I'm so excited that you are here with me this evening. It is our 1 year anniversary. We have officially had an entire year's worth of podcasts almost every week. We didn't quite hit every week, but that's pretty amazing. I'm pretty excited about that. So happy birthday, 1 year Rebuilding Hollers podcast. I'm so excited. Y'all, this has been the craziest week, and actually, couple weeks. I'm so excited to tell you all about it, and I'm super excited to introduce you to our guest tonight. So before I get started, if you're watching live, all you have to type in is hashtag rebuilding, and our producer Russ will pop your message up on the screen so you can ask me or our guest any questions that you have during the live podcast, and we will be so glad to answer any questions you have. So the last couple weeks, when I said it's been wild, y'all, we have went 3 weeks solid every day working around the clock, either building or having events. So we had our Cruise into the Hollers event 2 weeks ago. That was so wonderful. Actually, I think it was 3 weeks ago now. It was so wonderful. We raised $11,400 to continue helping our community, and I'm so thankful for that. Then the next weekend, we had the WNC Jeep Fest down in Maggie Valley, and that was so cool. I love the Jeep community. They love us. They were like, I remember I was there. We got to see so many of our friends that came early on after the storm, and that was really awesome. We raised $2,100 at that event. And then this past weekend at the Alien Festival, we had a booth, and we raised $1,315 at that booth. But the most magical thing that happened at the Spruce Pine Alien Festival is I ran into my friend and I said, won't you come on my podcast? So I'm so excited to introduce y'all to him. But I got a couple things to tell you. We still have raffle tickets available. We have this fabulous 7mm and a bow. So I can't say all it is, but we have our raffle tickets here at the office. They are $20. Here we go. Russ got that up on the screen. That's the Matthews Lift bow. And then we also have that, I can't remember what it's called other than a 7mm and fabulous. And we will be pulling the winner of these two items on July the 4th. It'll be the 3rd or the 4th. We're going to do a July 4th festival, and we're going to pull it live at whatever festival we end up at. So if you haven't got a raffle ticket, make sure you get a raffle ticket. And then today we had the senior resource fair at the Burnsville Town Center. That was really awesome. My friend Darlene put that on with the Yancey County Department of Social Services, and the whole town center was packed with folks working to help our senior population at all different levels. So that was very cool. We've decided we're going to do a podcast on the scamming because everybody is seeing scams at all these different levels. And so Darlene said, let's call it the scam jam. And so we're going to have a scam jam. And Russ, I meant to tell you today, we're going to, maybe we'll have multiple panels on here so we can all talk about scams on an upcoming podcast. I think that will be great. I want to give a huge thank you to the Knights of the Columbus. They made an incredible donation to Project 174 and Project 34. So they have been fully funded and are hauling butt to get done. We are so excited about that. And I will tell you more about those projects in just a minute. And I also want to give a huge thank you to Shoal Creek Baptist Church. They actually dropped off a check today for a foundation. So I'm super excited about that. So that is one of our neighbors whose foundation was really destroyed during the storm. And she's not been able to get any assistance. And today, Shoal Creek Baptist stood with us to help us get that going. So we're real excited about that. We're making good progress. So I want to give you a couple updates on some of our projects that are in progress right now. Project number 3 has come a huge, beautiful long way with their sheetrock and their flooring. It looks amazing. He's just inching closer and closer to getting home. I'm so excited about that. Project number 8 had their final plumbing install today. So they had selected to do radiant floor heat as their heat source. and that is like a wood burning stove outside. And so that system had to be connected to the plumbing system inside. And so our friends, Jonathan and Carrie at Hill Plumbing, got all of that done today. We have called for the final inspection. There is a delay, so it will be Monday before the inspector's out, but project number 8 is going to be done on Monday. I just know we're going to have a certificate of occupancy on Monday, and I'm so excited about that family finally being able to get home. Y'all know project number 8 means so much to me. They all do, but this one is a family with 2 daughters, and I just want them to be okay. They've been living in these little tiny huts, and it's now, they went through it through the winter, they went through it for 2 summers, and now it's time to go home. So keep watching for project number 8 because that family's almost home. Project 32 has also been slow going, but we're getting there. We've got our building permit for Mitchell County, and the road is installed, the underground power is installed, the septic and well are installed. And so our next step is we actually have to cut the trees out of the driveway and make it 14 feet wide, because this is the house that was built at the high school. And so each unit is 14 foot wide. So I probably even have to make it a little over 14, but we've got to get them through the trees. So the trees are coming down, the footers are being poured, and hopefully we'll be moving another house soon. So I'm real excited about project 32. Project 34 is making progress. So this is one of the projects Knights of Columbus committed to standing with us until they are done. So we got his trim package ordered. We got his cabinets ordered. And I have the craziest story to tell you about inflation in cabinets. So for project 34, back in March, I put all his cabinets in my buggy on Lowe's because that's just been the easiest to get cabinets. So I put the cabinet order in my buggy and saved it, printed the quote. Well, I had to raise the money to buy the cabinets. So Knights of Columbus came, we had the money, boom, let's go order these cabinets. It was $4,400. The exact same order today, well, this was about a week and a half ago, the new order cost $7,600. I could not believe how much it went up. So I cried a little bit, and then I just saved it in the buggy and cried and prayed. And the next day I got an email from Lowe's Pro, and they said, hey, we see this new order in your buggy. Is there anything we could do to help you complete your order? And I said, yes, could you pretty please get me the pricing from March? Because, this is who we are. This is what we're doing. This is where these cabinets are going. And y'all know what? They did. We got the cabinets for $4,400, and I'm so thankful for that. So big thank you to Lowe's, because although $2,500 may not be a ton of money, to me it's a ton of money, and to that family it's a ton of money. So we got their cabinets. We didn't blow our budget on the first thing we ordered after that donation. So I'm so excited about that. They've been staining the trim this week. It'll start going on. Cabinets will be here. Actually, he has some of the cabinets coming tomorrow, and then next week I think the rest will be here. So big, beautiful things. He's still working huge miracles for us. And project number 34 was a reminder of that. I'm so thankful. Project 78, I got to check on this week. They are still working on some of their plumbing things. Hopefully they're going to start with their floors soon. Sheetrock's done, texture's done. It still has to be painted. Still have to get those wood floors in. And then they'll be able to set their cabinets. So hopefully soon. The plumber was there. I got to see him this week. So hopefully we're going to be moving forward on that one quickly. But nothing is really ever quick in construction, unfortunately. But not for lack of trying, because I've been pushing them buttons. Project 174 is doing amazing. That is another project that was sponsored by Knights of the Columbus, which we are so thankful. And so this family, also like project number 8, it's the dad building the house. So his background is construction. He knows how to build. He just needed us to help him with materials. And so we were able to refill up his material account. So he's been able to buy more materials. We've been able to go ahead and purchase his furnace. And he talked to our friend Richard at Blue Ridge Well Drilling, and he is on the way to drill that well. So we're so excited about project 174. All of his sheetrock is done. and we're getting ready to order his floors. So he's making huge progress. Septic did get done as well. So we're excited about that. That was like 2 weeks ago. So project 74 is going to be done, 174, before we know it. We're real excited about that. Project number 510 has had a lot of action in the last 2 weeks. We got the rough-in HVAC is done, rough-in electrical is done, and this week they've been working on the rough-in plumbing. So I'm so excited about that. Big thank you to Patriot Relief for sponsoring the electrical and the plumbing bill on Project 510. Next up will be, as soon as all of the rough-in plumbing is done, then we'll have a big inspection, like our framing inspection, and then the rough-in stuff inspection, and then we'll be approved to do our insulation, and then we have another inspection, and then we're covering those walls with sheetrock and tongue and groove on the ceiling. We're hoping to start all of that next week or the next. So big progress happening there, because once we get to those finishing touches, it flies. We've already got all of her plumbing fixtures are in, tub is in, and then we've also got all the appliances in. So we're just making huge progress. I'm so excited about that. It's been good. It's been hard. We had to slow down a little bit because y'all know I can only do as much as I can with the funding that I have. So when I'm fundraising money, go, we go. And when we don't, we slow down a little bit. And for these sponsors that come in to help us, it's just life-changing. It is so important for other organizations to know what we're doing and to come help us make sure that we're doing it and getting our neighbors home, because that's all we care about. So if ever you hear about your church or someone says, I have some hurricane money and I'd like to spend it, pretty please send them to Rebuild and Hollers. We'll show them our projects. We'll show them how we manage all the funds. We'll show them the spreadsheets of how everything goes together, because I want to be completely transparent. I want everyone to see where the money is going and how we're doing it. So that would be great. So without further ado, I'm so excited to finally introduce y'all to my friend. I got him at the Alien Festival, and I was like, friend, will you please, because I have to look up at him because he's real tall. I said, will you pretty please come on the podcast? He's one of my favorite equipment operators, has the greatest family over in Mitchell County. Without further ado, here's my friend, Mr. Josh Johnson. Y'all see, he's so excited to be here. You almost didn't come, did you?
Just about.
He almost didn't come. He so badly wanted to say, I'm not coming. He even said maybe the rapture will happen so that he wouldn't have to come on the podcast tonight. I appreciate that. I know it's hard, but that goes to show you how much I love the community to just constantly be willing to talk and worry about everybody. So thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
You've been busy.
I have been very busy.
Before we get too deep into this, I think we have two little girls watching that we got to give a shout out to. Miss McKenzie and Miss JC. I see you. No, I really don't, but we love you. Thanks for letting me borrow your dad tonight and your mom. She's here too, so that we could tell the whole world about all the amazing work your dad has been doing. So y'all be good. Listen to your grandma and don't eat too much cheese. Think they'll love that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to love that. Okay. So you have been, now I've known you way before the storm.
Long time.
So you saved me one time because I was with our friend Ronnie, who was one of my real estate clients. And I was trying to take Ronnie to Tubin. Okay. I was trying to take them down the river, but they didn't want to go. Amanda and Ashley Phillips said, Josh is awesome. Such a great guy. I agree 100%. So we're going down Tokane, but really we're on the Roses Branch side. And you had told them where to park, but they didn't follow directions well. And then he drove this dually up this crazy steep road. Of course, I jumped out. He got stuck. It was a whole thing. And then you came and saved us.
I did. Yep.
And that was the first time I met you. But that was like 7-8 years ago.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
It has.
And then I got to your sister-in-law, Candace, and her husband. They were, Charlie, were my real estate clients. And then I met the Hope family. And I was like, I love this family so much. I do. I love them so much. His wife, Cindy, she's just my favorite. And they take you to Disney. You do all the crazy dad things.
Try to.
Like girly dad stuff. That's a big deal. because I have a girly girl look. She makes me have my nails done. And it's, I'm just not a girly girl, but we're going to do whatever our girls want, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
That matters. I love that. I'm your biggest fan doing especially because mine's 20 now. And so like this age is the best age. They're still good.
It don't take long to get them there, does it?
No, just in a blink, they're full grown. So but you got a while. I remember when JC was born, she was in a car seat when Charlie and Candace bought their house. I mean, she's what, 6, 7 now?
She'll be 7 next month.
She'll be 7. So yeah, we've known each other a while. So in the very beginning, I don't know if that's the right word in the very beginning, but we've known each other. And so automatically, when I started doing stuff, I was like, I know him. This is who we're calling. Because, it's been very important to me to keep our locals working and try to all work together, because I passionately believe that you will do a phenomenal job for your neighbors. And also that supports the community. We're investing in our neighbors that need repaired, but we're investing in our contractors that want to work and want to work great. But before we get into all that, let's back up to what happened to you after the storm, because you were with your family, but then the Tow River and the Tow Cave, there's a lot going on right there.
Yeah, they was to get to where Mom and Dad was at, and my brother and his family, we were pretty much cut off from them where they live in Tokane on the Yancey side of the river. As soon as it quit raining that day, and I had one of my small excavators down at my shop, and me and a neighbor that logged across the road from the shop, we took it and just went down the road cutting trees out. We worked for 5 or 6 hours, I guess, just to get the Loafer's Glory.
Yeah. And you're just right at Red Hill.
Yeah.
Just from Red Hill to Loafer's Glory.
Yep.
And it's not that far, but it is.
It's maybe 3 miles, something like that. But yeah, we worked for 5 or 6 hours that evening to get the Loafer's Glory. But once you got there, you couldn't really go anywhere else. We couldn't get into Tokane, or you couldn't get up Mine Creek or anywhere like that. It was a mess in that little section right through there.
It was, but I'm so thankful you were there. And that's just a reminder to everybody. When I say the locals are who responded and the locals are who cut us out, you opened up a 3-mile stretch of very curvy, very steep, huge boulders on one side of the road, mountain road. That's a lot. Can you believe that mill stayed? I'm glad.
It's seen a lot.
It's seen a lot, I'd say. I love that building.
Yeah, it's
I love that building. And then right there at Bonnie and Clyde's. And so you got there to Bonnie and Clyde's and that bridge there, but you couldn't get to your brother and your mom and daddy.
No, he had washed out the far side of the bridge going into Tokane. There was probably a 15-foot wide, probably 12-foot deep gully beside the bridge where the creek had eat in from it. And the next morning, me and Cindy and the girls went down that way and took a ladder and crawled down where we could get into Tokane to check on the people down there. To see Tokane now, though, it's not like it was. I mean, it'll never look like it did, when I grew up there. But yeah, it was interesting. That's for sure.
It was tough because and then at some point, I remember you telling me that you had to get into a boat. Like they were trying to boat people.
Across. Mom and Dad come across, and there was another guy up the river that come across with Swiftwater Rescue.
Okay. And that way you were able to get the family out of Tokane, because basically this community in Tokane, there's 2 bridges to it, and that's it. The only way to get in or out is by bridge.
Yeah, unless you come from the Roses Branch side.
But there's a bridge there.
Well, if you go in on the Mitchell side, then
yes,
they are.
Yes. So on the Yancey County line side, you have Roses Branch, which is like a 35-minute dirt road, tore all to pieces. Scary. It is. I don't care what you say. It's scary. Because half of it's along the river. That other half of it is steep embankment, straight down, dirt road. And it's the only way in and out of that for that community.
For the Yancey side.
On the Yancey side. There used to be a bridge that came over to the Mitchell side, and it's gone. Totally gone. Been gone the whole time. Did it wash away, or did it lay there for a while?
Well, I guess it was like a dam of debris that got lodged against it, and it completely capsized it. And then it was there for, I don't know, probably 6 months or better. And they come in and busted it up.
Yeah.
Got all of the debris out of the river. And it don't look like there was ever a bridge there. Vents are gone. Everything's gone.
Everything's gone. So they cleaned it up. But the problem we're having now is still not been rebuilt. They've not rebuilt that bridge yet at all, and they're still saying it could be.
Originally, the timeline was to be done by the end of the year.
Right. This year.
But,
which would make good because it's 2 years.
Right. But considering it's not been started, that would be tough to build a bridge of that size. Size.
In other places too, they gave us temporary bridges.
Right.
You know, down 19W, we got temporary bridges. Down Pensacola, we've got temporary bridges. Down the Tow River and Green Mountain, we have temp bridges, but not this bridge. They've not replaced this bridge at all because there's 2 bridges to get in. Mm-hmm. Well, to get to the one side, the one small bridge has been fixed.
Yeah, it's been repaired.
So if you can get in, say to the left side, you can get in. And then from the right side, you can come 35 minutes through back roads and get in. Yep. So they're like, people have a way out, so we don't have to make that connector. But for the people on the Yancey side, this is devastating because it adds 35 minutes to anything. If you have an emergency, if you have, and what's the closest fire department? The one Double Island?
Double Island, yeah.
All the way at the other end of Double Island? That's insanity. So we're really hoping hard that we're going to get this bridge fixed soon because it has been almost 2 very long years without the Tocane Bridge, and that's hurting that community.
It is.
It is really hurting that community. So hopefully very soon. There's Miss Candace. She said, "Go, Josh. So proud of you." I love your family. They're the best. We're going to say hey to Bella. Hey, Bella.
Hey, Bella.
That's Candace's girl. She's so cute. I've heard she's rotten too. That's okay. I have an only and she's rotten too. She is rotten too. So now we have worked on, let's see, here's Miss Kathy. Uh-oh, there's your brother-in-law. We love you, Stephanie. Josh and his company are great. I love you too. And I also think they are great because we've worked on some jobs together. And that has been really amazing. So right there, still in Tocane, we had Project 430, and they got annihilated.
They did.
Like the entire property was just annihilated. It took, they probably had a couple 100 foot of riverbank.
Oh yeah, probably more than that.
Probably more than that.
Yeah.
And but that wasn't the Tow. What was that? The Cane River.
Yeah,
Cane Creek came right there.
Yep.
But then the Tow's just
down below it.
Down below it, right?
Yep. And
so does that mean you think that the big river rose up?
It was just Cane Creek.
It was just Cane Creek, just annihilated it.
Yep, it did.
And so you had to go in and rebuild.
We hauled probably 50 or 60 loads of waste rock just to rebuild their bottom back where the creek just went straight.
Yeah. It just annihilated this entire property. And so you were able to rebuild that whole. Now this was a really cool blessing. So early on, we have our friend, our dearly beloved friend that has since went to glory, Mr. Eddie. He at Sabelco, he made us a connection to get, what did they call it?
It was waste rock.
Waste rock. And so you were able to get some of that. Yeah. And that was huge for that property because they didn't charge.
No,
they didn't charge us for the waste rock. But that helped build that barrier to be able to. Did you end up having to haul dirt after?
No, we just used. There was enough fines and stuff in it. We just used the waste rock.
That's amazing, and that's a big deal because you got to remember, after a place is completely flooded, any storm after that, if we don't build what would you call it? Like a berm?
It's a berm, yeah.
Yeah. If you don't build a berm there, that water's coming right back in. You can't fix the building because the water's going to come right back in. So, but they're all good now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it looks good. They planted grass a couple months ago. So that was exciting. And we cheer for all that stuff. We cheer for all of that because I want everybody, small businesses and homes, to be back open, to be working again. And then we had another huge project up in Glen Air. Yep. I love Glen Air, except for there's no cell service, which is one of the reasons I like it because I can say, I'm going to no signal zone. See you later.
Yeah. There's none up there.
Yeah, there's none up there. But one of our friends have a campground. The campground got annihilated. Yeah. I mean, just gone.
Yeah. It was destroyed.
The road was a river, and thankfully the neighbor let them use a back way in.
They just cut a road in through the woods. So they could access it. Yeah,
because you had to start. I mean, the gullies and the washout, I wish I'd have gotten the pictures for everyone to see it, but it's unimaginable.
It was
like the road was now a riverbed.
Yeah.
Like 10 feet deep.
Where the old road was at, it was probably 30 foot wide and every bit of 10 foot deep in places. So
Yeah.
It was gone.
And it was a road.
Yeah.
Like that was not a river or
there,
creek or anything before. That was just where so much water came down that mountain and rushed in through there. And then it tore up the pond too. I mean, you had a lot to do back there.
It filled in the upper corner of the lake. It filled in probably at least 5 of their ponds. It took out one of the bridges that accessed the property on the far side over there. So we had to rebuild the bridge. That's one of our biggest projects that we've done. For them up there. It was bad.
And how many loads of gravel did you haul in on that one?
We hauled in probably, I think we brought in like 70 loads of the waste rock, and then we hauled in another 30 or 40 loads of just regular fill material. And then what we dredged out of the pond, we brought back up to use it to build the road in as well, just trying to find something for material. That's
incredible. You have been so committed to our community. Oh, Paisley said, "Go Josh, he's on TV." Hi, Paisley. So, see, everybody loves a giant. Did I mention how tall he is? This is how I said, please come on my podcast. I love that. But you're so good. And you do not preaching, but you have a Sunday school class that you work with.
Yeah, I teach the high school youth at Snow Hill.
I love that. That's such a big deal. People don't realize how important our youth are, but that is our future.
It is.
You know, I'm completely committed to the children learning the trades and doing all the things. Y'all know Mitchell County is getting ready to start a construction technology program too.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great.
It's a plan. I think they have like a couple year plan, but they are. As a matter of fact, y'all know I'm so proud of Jim Swain and Jeremy Dotts and that program at Yancey, Mount Mitchell High School. They have been approached by Asheville and Hendersonville. They want to come and replicate the program
that's awesome.
In those areas, which is a big deal.
Yeah,
we've got to teach our youth how to do stuff. Let's see. Jace and McKenzie said, "Hi, Dad and Stephanie." Hi, Jason McKenzie. They're watching, Dad. Are we going to tell them how good they've been and what their next surprise is? We have any? He's like, "No, Steph, they're full. Don't be promising my kids nothing." Oh, Aunt Steffi's taking you rafting. Is that what we said? I can do that. I will do it. I'm really good at it. I'm so good in the river. Well, not the tow. I don't get in the tow river right now, and I'm sorry about that. But I still feel like I'm still so nervous because there's so much metal. There's so much quicksand. There's so much stuff going on. But I did get in the South Tow yesterday. Took out my sunburn. It was so good. Can y'all see? So, I mean, I'm just saying, you got to have water time sometimes. So, Aunt Steffi will take you. But we have life jackets and the whole bona fide stuff. But we'll go paddleboard, and I'm in. I'm always in. Especially in summertime. You get 3 months to get in the river, you know? So, not only have you been working on projects with me, but you've been working on projects with Samaritan's Purse.
Correct.
And they've been wonderful.
Yeah, we've done 3 projects as to date for them, and they've been really good to work with.
That's awesome. So that's getting people's driveways back and culverts back. Because you've worked pretty much steady this whole time on hurricane repair.
Up until probably 3 or 4 months ago, I stopped everything that I was doing before the storm and done just storm repair.
Yeah. Thank you for doing that. And thank you for always being reasonable and never going up on your pricing.
Well, we try to be.
You're so fair. And that matters so much because this is hard.
It is.
It's hard. I was in a meeting the other day and let's see, what was that? Oh, that was Kathy. She said, "We are going to Walmart." What you getting at Walmart, Miss Kathy? Probably a blow up for the inner tubes, right? You got to get the little. And Steffi has one of those too. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna take them babies to the river. So Britt, you've been working on some bridges. Is that what we were talking about?
3 or 4 bridges. One was temporary that we actually got I seen that there's a bigger outfit building a permanent bridge in there, but we done one temporary that a guy that I deal with down in Marion, actually, the bridge wasn't it wasn't in perfect shape, so he donated it to the people so they could get in and out.
That's awesome.
And we installed it. That was over on Fork Mountain. We got it situated where they had access then, and I think they're finally getting their permanent bridge put in.
Wow. Just to get home.
Yeah.
Just to get home. And that's, one of the things I noticed. It was a couple months ago. The state of North Carolina put out a thing and said 87% of bridges are done. And I like to choke because if 87% of the bridges are done, they've missed the 300 here. Now some bridges have been replaced, like some of the community bridges, but it's because of Samaritan's Purse. Yeah. Samaritan's Purse has been funding the private bridges for people. And that's pretty much it.
Bridges are expensive.
Bridges are wildly expensive.
They are.
And they've got all these new regulations. We've got a project down 19 that is, they actually just set the beams yesterday. It's wildly overbuilt. When I tell you this bridge is like 30 feet above the creek.
Oh, wow.
When you go home, look to the right, just a mile after you pull out of the Hollers, look to the right. And they're building it, but that's what the state required. That's what the state required. And their bridge was like flooded during a whole nother hurricane. So they've been waiting on this bridge to wherever for like 4 or 5 years before the state come in. And it's crazy. It's crazy. But we still have hundreds of bridges.
There's a lot.
Yeah. And the Tocane Bridge is the one we've got to get done.
I feel like, yeah. It's when you look at a situation like that, I would say there's probably 7 or 8 families on that side of the river, and any of them have a medical emergency. It's a long ways for anybody to get there or for them to get out.
Yeah.
And that's my biggest issue with it.
Yeah, mine too. Because if the bridge was there, boom, they could just go down Mine Creek and they're on the main road and they're at the hospital. Yeah. But that is not the option right now at all.
No.
It's 35 minutes to come back around to Bonnie and Clyde's. Yep. That's insane. We've got to get these bridges done, people. Let's focus on that. I'm going to knock on the state's door and be like, hey, I need some bridges. Because that's a big bridge.
It is a big bridge.
It is. And have you noticed like the rivers are so much wider now? I bet we lost 10 to 15 feet on each side in some places. It's wild.
Through Tocane, it was probably more than that.
Wow. I've only been on the Roses Branch side. We just finished a project up there about 2 months ago. And this, so where the bridge was here, this house was just right there. And we just finished that house.
Yep.
But I just couldn't imagine having to take that long route every day. I hate Roses Branch. I had to show property up there one time, and it's this crazy road, and then the driveway straight up, and I'm like, oh, it's a nope road. That's what I call those crazy roads. I'm like, yep, there's another nope road. We're not going to see that one. You don't want to live up there. You don't want that to be your driveway. That's a crazy driveway. Y'all know I'm that kind of realtor, though. I'm always worried about that. So what about, tell me some other crazy stuff that you've been dealing with the rebuilding. Done any logging?
We've done, can't call it logging. We've done a lot of cleanup as far as down trees. Yeah. That was a big issue, right after the storm. We spent several weeks doing nothing but that. We did do a driveway over on Pensacola right after the storm. Those people had to walk in and out. They couldn't get in and out. We hauled a lot of the waste rock from Sabelco for it.
Sabelco did us right.
They did.
Thank you, Sabelco. They really did us right on that. Because, all the quarries here were not available because the state locked them all down.
And you take shot rock from a quarry, it's very expensive. And when you get, something similar to the same for nothing. And that was big.
That's huge. Absolutely. Because then that leaves the property owner just having to pay for you transporting it back and forth.
Right. Yeah. I never charged anything for their rock. Yeah. It was just for the truck, the haul bill for that. But
you've just done incredible things. I wish I could tell the people all the different things and how thankful I am for you and our neighbors like you that have been so committed to getting people home, because, I talk a lot about hiring locally, and you run heavy equipment. So you've got the dozers and the excavators and the big dump trucks. And the thing about why Josh needs to be doing that work and our local contractors have to be doing that work is because these mountain roads, we're not used to. If you're not from here, you're not used to it. We had quite a few dump truck drivers have severe, serious accidents because they're not used to it.
Yeah, it's completely different.
And also, trucks in the flatland don't need a Jake brake.
Correct.
And so they would bring up trucks from the flatlands that don't have a Jake brake here, and then load them down with debris or rock or whatever they were hauling. And then guess what? They couldn't stop. Yeah. And we had a couple situations like that. So it is, to me, the most important to hire locally when we're doing this cleanup, because you understand the road, you understand the side of the road, you're just mountain man and you know how to fix this stuff because you've been doing it your whole life.
I have.
You know how to hang onto the side of a mountain properly with your excavator bucket, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy. That's just too much for me, but I'm so thankful that you do it and that you've worked so hard to get so many people home.
I appreciate it.
And to get our favorite locations and businesses back open too, because it's a big deal. It's a really big deal.
I appreciate everything you've done for this area as well.
Well, we're having fun, ain't we? It's been hard.
I'm sure.
I love doing it though. I have to pray about it often because I'll be honest, the devil gets after me. Like, you can't do this. You know that you're never going to raise enough money. Just all the reasons you can imagine, the devil tells me I can't do it. And sometimes I listen to it. Sometimes you're just like, well, I am out of money, and well, I do have people waiting. Maybe I can't do it. And then God shows up and does something cool, and so we just, okay, I got more money to pay this next bill. We're just going to keep going, So it matters.
It does.
It matters very much to me to make sure that people know they're not alone in this fight. I'm not government. I have nothing to do with the government. The government hasn't given me a dime. They have no directive. I don't have to jump through government hoops. I don't have to deal with government red tape. Raise the money, fix the house, fix the business, fix whatever I can raise money to fix. And I like doing it. Like, it makes me, happy to know that people that lost everything now have they have another chance. They weren't abandoned. And it keeps their spirit up. It keeps them happy. Ashley says, Josh is Peterson tough. I thought your last name was Johnson.
It is.
Oh, because Peterson.
Working into the Petersons.
Oh, okay. I thought that you were like, no, that's Peter Bill. I was like, well, because of the truck. You're like the only other Johnson beside my Johnson side. And we haven't traced those down, but as tall as he is, he's definitely not related to me. But I do have like a 7 foot, I think he's 7'6", 7'7" nephew.
Wow.
I have a giant nephew, and he's only 16.
Wow.
I love standing next to him.
Wow.
He's so cool. He's just a baby.
That's a big youngin'.
Yeah, he is. He is so big. I've got a picture of him when we were at Christmas together. I said, hold the camera. I'm going to take it down and he looking down on me. And then he held the camera up and took one down on me. I looked like I was this big. It was so cool. It was so cool. So, but all your equipment's going, that's the other thing people don't realize also about running heavy equipment is, keeping it going.
It can be expensive to maintain. That's one reason, people don't understand why you have to charge what you have to charge. Well, everything on it is expensive.
Yes.
The fuel right now, it's astronomical to fill a dump truck up.
I know. How far would you, what would have been an average fuel bill, you think, when prices were normal versus lately?
Well, I was probably doing $3,000 to $4,000 a month, to where now we're closer to $6,000.
Whew. So it doubled your fuel prices, just like my cabinets pretty much almost doubled.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not us. We're still trying to make it. And you didn't even raise your prices dealing with that.
I think I should have, but I'm not.
Look, there's Christine said, that's my sister-in-law. She said, he's the best and he loves his auntie. That's my junior. Chrissy, was I right on his height? How tall is he? It's redheaded. He's so perfect. My nephew is so perfect. But he's a senior right now. I think this is his last year of high school. So we're crazy proud of him. I love being an aunt. That's why I think God only gave me one kid, so I could be a great mom and love her, and then I can love everybody else's babies too, and be the the reasonable aunt, because I tell people when, especially like our seniors, when they're coming out of the construction technology program, I have to tell them, now you have to make good decisions, because guess what? You're in the big, I'm sorry, I was vice versa. He's 6'7". Are you sure? Because he seems so giant.
That's still a tall young.
He's so tall. He's got to be 7 foot. He feels 7 foot next to me. I love Junior. He's so good. They just grow so fast, and then we're old.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I'm just gonna be old. So you had told me a story, and you can tell me shut up and I won't repeat it, but y'all, after the storm, you had somebody tried to arrest you, huh?
It was over a little family argument.
because there were people here that were not from here. Was that the New York Rescue Squad or the Texas Rescue Squad?
I think they were from down the coast of North Carolina, where
Okay.
they were from. Good guys.
Good guys. And you are on one side of the river.
Yeah, it's just,
and your brother's on the other side of the river.
Just having a friendly, disagreement.
Yeah, disagreement.
But
you scared them so bad.
Apparently. Apparently.
And then the real people, the local police get there, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, that's just the Johnsons. They're fine."
Only time I've ever had the law called.
And we didn't even have cell signal.
Yeah.
Although he said he looks 7 foot because you're like 5'4". Actually, I'm like 5'2 1/4" or something. It depends on the shoes I have on. When I wear my cowgirl boots or my work boots, they make me taller.
There you go.
Yeah. But I mean, who wants to wear those all the time? I'm just saying, you got to get in the river. I'm so excited. We're going to take the girls to the river.
They'll be tickled to death.
I'm so excited. When Sid was about that age, what I did is I started taking her to Blue Rock. Well, of course, Patience Park was there, which is why we have to rebuild Patience Park. That's on the list. And we would float down from the big farm all the way down to Patience Park. And then as she got older and more ready, then we graduated. We went up to Carolina Hemlocks. Now that's open. You got the pool, and you've got like little waterfall. That's very safe, easy for them to do tubes back and forth, and then they run because it's like a 10-minute ride. And then you jump out, and then you run up, and you do it again. That's perfect. And then we stepped up to the toe, but the toe's not going to, in my humble opinion, I won't be back in the toe for a little longer, but there's more places. But Carolina Hemlocks is the way to go. And that way it's not far. And you can walk along the river with them and see them. But Aunt Steffi will take them.
Cold water.
Oh, are you kidding me? It's a mess. That's fine. I'm coming. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yesterday, so I did take a river day. And Tyler, my husband, he loves to go to the river with me. I always thought he did, but he don't. He don't. And so my best friend, Cindy, was my babysitter yesterday. And so, because you don't want to never really go to the river alone. That's not safe because we've got, debris in the river still. You've got quicksand. It's just never safe to do that alone. And so Cindy went with me yesterday, and we had the best day. It was so, and it's sometimes just good to get in that cold water. It's good for your spirit. But probably because you're so tall, you never really had to go swimming in the river. Like I can reach the bottom anywhere.
I grew up right there beside the river, and there was only a place or two that it was over my head.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. I love the Cane. I love the South. I just love all of our rivers. That is South Toe that comes. What is that?
That's the toe.
That's the toe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the North Toe comes down. That's right. And then the South Toe comes down.
It's between Lundy and Kona, right in there. They merge
into
the toe.
Yes. I was trying to explain that. She's like, we're in the toe. I'm like, we're not in the toe today. We're in the South Toe today. I'm not ready for because the North Toe has a lot of industrial.
It does.
On it. And so for me, it's just going to be a little while.
South Toe's coming off Mount Mitchell, I guess. So
yeah. And the Cane, but then the Cane has the sewer plants off the Cane. Yeah. And then the other ones off of the North Toe there in Spruce Pine. Yeah. So to me, I feel like the South Toe is the cleanest.
It would have to be the cleanest, you would think.
That's how I feel. There were fish swimming around my feet and nibbling. It was so cool. It was cold though, but only cold for a minute. Because after you go in and you come back out, it's like, oh, that's great. And that's what I would do. I just on my paddleboard. Now I'm big into paddleboard, not necessarily to stand up,
Yeah.
because the water's not deep enough and we have so many boulders. So you don't really stand up on the paddleboard, you sit on it, but you can see. So like in an inner tube, you're so low, you can't see what's coming. But on a paddleboard, you could see any debris in the river. Like yesterday, I spotted a couple tires I'm going to go back and get, and just a couple other kind of pieces of debris in the river I was on. And I like that. I like being able to see what I'm, at versus in an inner tube where you don't know what could happen. No way. Not it. Not it. I'm so glad you came on the podcast. Do you have anything else to tell our fabulous friends tonight?
I don't think so.
No. You were so worried to come on, but see, is it not easy?
No, it ain't as bad as I thought.
It is so easy. We're just talking and deciding. Tyler says, I do like the river, just not a polar bear. Oh, that's him saying it's cold too. It's not that cold. I mean, it is kind of cold, but I like it.
I was baptized. Was it at Patience Park? Was that where I was baptized there at it was sometime in October. That's the coldest water I've ever been in. Huh? Yeah, it was.
Last day of September.
It was cold.
I love it. I just feel like, to me, it is like, I tell people these mountains are my church. Mm-hmm. The rivers are my church. The people are my church. And I love, because I'm going under and I'm thinking, Lord, please wash it all away. Because, every day we sin every day, and so for me, being able to get in that water and just, it just charges me up like an electric battery. And so yesterday I made the great escape and it was amazing. And I didn't tell anybody because I knew everybody would be like mad at me, but then I didn't care. I was like, it's been 2 years since I've gotten in the river with a sunburn. And that's too long. I don't think I could make it another summer like that, So I have this one little secret spot that I can go to. And I'm so thankful for that. Ride 4-wheelers and a gator, an old 6-wheel gator. That's my favorite thing in the world. That's my favorite thing. So, well, I'm so glad that you're on here. We're going to keep talking about what we can do to rebuild our community together. I'm so thankful that you are one of our partners and have helped rebuild Hollers, get things put back together. And we're just going to keep doing it.
Trying our best to.
Yeah, exactly. Tell the girls to be good.
I'm sure I'll see you in a few minutes.
I'm so proud of you. Thank you for I'm sorry that you were hoping the rapture would come, but I'm so proud of you for overcoming your fears. I know. I'm proud of you for overcoming it. Because this matters. I want people to see, to me, the heroes that are our community is our unsung heroes, because immediately you are reacting to get to your family. You are reacting to get to other people, and you haven't stopped either.
No.
You're out there on that heavy equipment every single day. And now it was in the 90s today where you were.
It's hot today.
Very hot. And heavy equipment is hot in general because, this is not highfalutin ACs in the cab kind of heavy equipment.
Some of them do. Mine's not working too well at the moment.
Yeah. You get diesel fumes and, dust. Yes. Kieran says, love seeing the heroes. Josh is one of them. I'm telling you, it is so incredible how so many of everybody just reacted immediately. There was no phone calls, there was no text messages, there was no power, there was no nothing. We just reacted. And you reacted on the other side because you were up by Red Hill, which is, I didn't see the Tow River for 40 days.
Really?
But I knew that I would just die. I felt like in my spirit I would just die. It was that bad.
It was bothersome to come going around through Red Hill and you look off and see the train tracks laying down in the river, and it was something to see. Down in Tocane, when we went down there, you could walk the train tracks and they were fish dead on the train tracks.
That's insane.
Yep.
Because those tracks are not like right on the river.
No, they're not.
To me, they're way further set back.
In my lifetime, I'd never seen the water within probably 15 linear feet or so of the train tracks. And the river was probably 5 to 6 foot over top of them.
Wow. Kathy said he had like 11 or 12 of us in his house. That's the other thing. So you went and got everybody and brought them to your house.
Yeah, we had several people there for several days.
Yeah. It was so fun. Y'all were having a big time. Oh, that y'all are just great. You're my favorite family. That's all I know to tell you is I'm your biggest fan, and you did whatever it took. Your family has done whatever it's taken, and I'm honored and proud to know you
I appreciate
because
that.
us sticking together like this, people that know exactly how to do the work. I mean, when I first met you up at Project 183, I thought there's no way. What do you mean this was a road here? Because now it's just this huge riverbed with no water in it. What do you mean? I mean, it was just some of the stuff that we've tackled it felt impossible.
They were big projects.
Yeah, but you found a way. You found a way. You say, Steph, I need a culvert. And I say, it's on the way. You're going to figure out where to put it, how to do all the things. And you've just been steady killing it. So I'm so thankful.
I appreciate that.
And keep being safe too. Don't, sometimes I worry because like I've heard with the forestry department, they're trying to get certain loggers to do things that are not necessarily safe. And so don't ever let nobody talk you into that.
No.
If you know it's not safe, we're not doing that. I'm sorry. We're not, you know best, and you know exactly how something should be done. And if anybody ever tries to tell you otherwise, you just say, Stephanie said, I don't have to listen to you. Because we got to stick together and we have to rebuild properly. And the way you rebuild in the mountains is not the way you rebuild in the flatlands.
No.
You can't just replace a culvert and be like, okay, it's fixed. If you didn't find where the water comes above, trench it properly, grade it properly for it to run down a mountain and then into wherever it's supposed to go, then you didn't fix the problem. It's just going to do it again when it rains.
Culvert size makes a big difference as well.
Yes, all the things. All the things. You're my favorite. Thank you for coming on tonight.
You're welcome.
What about?
Thanks for having me.
Oh, I'm so glad to. What about? Is there? Tell me, what is your favorite Bible verse, or your favorite, like how? Since you're teaching children.
Well, I can't quote it. I'm
That's
kind of
okay.
embarrassed that I can't.
No, that's okay. Me
on
neither.
My logo for my company, I have Matthew 17:20, and that's the faith of the grain of a mustard seed can move mountains. So I figured that was fitting for a grading company.
Exactly right. It is, but you're exactly right, because pure faith is what we have walked on this whole time. That's what I walk on every day. Like, I've had so many people telling me I can't do this. Like, it would blow your mind how many people have been mean to me or have said you can't do it, or I don't know how you're doing it. And I'm like, God does it. Right. I'm just doing what God wants me to do, which is making sure our neighbors here in Yancey, Mitchell County have resources, have someone to go to, have a community they can go to get help. And it's not me doing it by myself by any means. So we have Miss Karen, who is incredible. She handles basically everything. We have Miss Kim, who is our emotional support. She's amazing. My husband, Tyler, he is a total rock star in all that he does. We have Jeremiah doing all kind of great things with, he does our sheetrock, he does our trim, he does our finish out on a lot of our new houses. We have Lucas, who's managing the donation yard here. So we have a huge team. Michelle helps behind the scenes and fundraising, and same with Lisa. So people see just me, but the reality is I have a massive team of people that God sent that said help. So, but you're right. It only took one little seed. And then it just grows. I think I'll get a tattoo of it. So, all right, friends. Well, my favorite Bible verse is the one that says, be still and know. And so anytime I start to panic, which is every day, I just, okay, just be still. Just be still. It's going to be okay. And sure enough, it is. Yeah. God shows up every time. As soon as I calm down, I can't be in the middle of a panic. You got to calm down. Be still. Be still. And then we're okay. So thank you again for being here.
You're welcome.
I love your family. Girls, y'all be good. Be good for mom and dad so that they'll let me take you to the river. Oh, you're so good. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for loving me. Thank you so much for loving my community. I'll see y'all later. The hardest part isn't the knowing. It isn't knowing everything that you have to do to get everything back right. The hardest part are the memories. Knowing exactly how it used to look before the storm. That's the hardest part.